All right, so today we're doing a deep dive into something really interesting. It's a core strategy for building, well, spiritual resilience.
Yeah, and it all comes from the recent teachings of Pastor Darren at the House Church in Missouri.
And the starting point for this whole thing is, it's kind of surprising. It wasn't some big planned sermon series.
No, not at all. It was actually a really personal moment for him. He said he was on a balcony celebrating his 40th anniversary back in May,
Wow.
and he gets this internal message, not an audible voice, but just this clear thought, teach about me.
And that one simple instruction basically became a 5-part curriculum for the entire church.
Exactly. And the focus areas were really specific. It was God's goodness, his love, his faithfulness,
The essentials. That makes sense.
and also helping them truly know his love, like as a transformative force. But the third point is the one that really stands out.
Correction.
Correction, yeah. And you have to wonder, right, the context here is that the church body was going through a lot.
Right. Immense hardship. There were multiple cancer diagnoses.
So why focus a whole section on correction when people are already, suffering?
It just feels a little backward, maybe? We usually look for comfort, not correction, in a crisis.
It does seem counterintuitive. But the sources are clear. It was about refinement, not punishment. It's about building what he called inner strength.
And that's tied to a biblical anchor, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Ephesians 3.16. The idea that God's glorious, unlimited resources are there to empower your spirit, to give you a foundation to deal with the fire.
That real-world pressure, the sickness, even though one was miraculously reversed, that's what demanded this focus on foundation.
Absolutely. He was very intentional about it, warning against seeking rapid growth if it meant having shallow roots.
The parable of the seeds.
You got it. The plants that soon wilted under the hot sun. He used this incredible metaphor.
The oak tree.
Yes. He said the church needs to be like an oak tree with roots that hold not a fragile Bradford pear.
I know exactly what he means. Those look beautiful for a minute, but they just split apart in the first strong wind.
And that's the whole point. The deep root system is what prevents believers from getting upset and just leaving when problems inevitably arise.
Okay, so you build the deep roots, you have the foundation, but how do you maintain that day to day? Because life isn't just a Sunday service.
Right. And this is where my favorite part of the teaching comes in. He calls it the cranky pants test.
That's a fantastic name.
Isn't it? And it's from a real story. He was in a store wearing a church shirt and just feeling profoundly grumpy. Just crank.
We've all been there.
Totally. And he said he suddenly felt this conviction like, I'm representing Christ right now with this attitude.
Oh, that's a tough moment.
But the lesson is what matters. It's about the necessity of inviting Jesus into that moment, even the grumpy ones.
So it's about turning to the source of strength right when you feel that conviction.
And the piece of life advice he gave was just humorous, but so essential. He said, don't tell your spouse, go to Jesus.
That immediate surrender, that's the practical application right there.
That's it.
So when you put it all together, the foundation, embracing correction, the cranky pants test, what's the ultimate goal here?
The whole point is to move beyond simply knowing about Christ's love to actually experiencing it.
Okay.
He compared it to the difference between listening to a concert on the radio versus actually being there, feeling the bass in your chest.
It's immersive. It's transformative.
Exactly. And that whole journey is what leads to the final promise, that God is able, through his mighty power at work within us, to accomplish infinitely more than we might ask or think.
It's about getting to a place where I guess you just naturally live Jesus.
That's a great way to put it. It becomes an overflow. So for you, the listener, we'll leave you with this question. What part of your daily routine beyond the obvious prayer times needs that specific moment-by-moment invitation for Christ to make his home in your heart?